Hello and welcome to a quick tutorial on Dungeon Defenders 2. Today we're going to be talking about how to make your defenses a little stronger. Early game it can be kind of frustrating when this stuff gets... the enemies you're fighting get stronger, but you have no way to really make your defenses equal in strength. But what they don't explain to you, really, and there's not really a tutorial that does this, but there are several things that you can pick up that actually increase various stats of your towers, your defenses. And you equip them just like you equip your regular weapon and armor, just down here in your inventory slots. But the thing with the defenses is that you can only equip one trinket to each one, regardless of what kind of trinket it is. So, for example, you can get Orbs, Totems, Medallions, and Marks. There might be some more that I can't think of right now, but they do different things for you, depending on, you can look at the stats. For example, this orb here adds 824 defense speed, 458 health and defense power to that tower. And the way you figure out which one it's equipped to is it goes by this list up here, right under the name of your character. So, for example, if I wanted to equip something to the explosive trap, I would... you can click on that to see the stats there. Go over to your inventory, and I'm gonna try to increase its health. So right now its health is at 500. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna give it one of these. There's 1272 there, and this also adds defense crit damage and defense power. So you're gonna watch the stats on this one go up when I equip it here with its square to equip. Now you can see it went up to 804 attack, basically, defense power. And the hit points, which is what we were focusing on, went up to 1772. Now, I've already forgotten what it was at. 500, I believe? Yep. So, just that one thing has made this tower last 3 times as long. The explosive trap. Okay, so let's do it with a tower I'm a little more familiar with. Let's do the... something with the barricade. The spike blockade. There we go. Now, so I want the second one over is the one we're looking at down on the bottom here, because it's the second one over on here. So just one to the right. Down here we're going to go one to the right, and that's the one I have equipped to my spike blockade right now, and that's adding 1326 health. And it's not a direct translation. Like, you don't add 1,326 hit points with this. It's a multiplier. So I'm not sure I think the base spike blockade has 30,000 hit points, and I believe right now I have something like 270,000 hit points starting. I could be wrong, but I think that's where it's at right now. And as you can see, it's only 1,556 for health on that. That's another thing when equipping your towers with these things. There's usually a dominant stat that each tower utilizes. That, like, for this is a great example right here. The spike blockade is basically just to hold shit back. If you want something that, if you wanted to attack more, if you want it to be able to do more damage, you'd focus on defense power or even defense speed, which, that's a little harder to deal with. You don't get as much of a boost from that. Even right now I might be able to get an extra 20% speed. But power is definitely a thing you could do with that. But let's move to something that is a little more power dominant. The flame aura. Now the flame aura is really good. If you haven't had a chance to try it out, like, if you're really new to the game, I would suggest making one of each of the 4 base characters, and even if you're not going to use the monk for anything else, just equip something into the slot for the fire, the flame aura here, and try it out, because it's a lifesaver, and you can switch characters mid-match. So don't be afraid to equip things to, say, one thing or one of their towers that you want to use. Like, for example, the Huntress is not one I use very often, but the Poison Dart Tower could be useful. So I could go in here and equip something with a high power. There's defense power 1326. Now, if you can see the one next to it, next to the tower to the left there is blank. So when I hit equip, it's automatically going to stick it there. That's fine. We can go over here and just hit X, highlight it, hit X, then pick it up and drag it over there and hit X again. That'll move it there, and obviously you don't have anything in the other slot, but that's not important because we're not going to be using her for whatever this is, the Geyser Trap. I don't use her for that, but I'm considering starting to use the Poison Dart Tower more, as the Ballista that I was using. I'm just not happy with it. Like, it's got its advantages, but I want to try some more stuff. I want to try some different things here. But back to my point, make one of each of the base characters, and then this is an extra one. You get 4 starting out. Basically, it costs like 10 medallions to make the extra 3 or whatever. But make all the characters, even if you use them for 1 tower, and you can switch between them in the middle of a match or whatever. I'm in town right now, but it's the same thing. You just go to hit the options menu, and then make sure that right box is highlighted, and then hit L1 or R1, and you can switch. And you can place things, for example, I could place a Flame Aura with the Monk, and then switch back to the Knight, and put my blockade here. Now we can test that blockade's life too. Let's give that a shot, give you an idea of how much of a difference that makes. That's this one. There we go. So give you an idea, the life is the important part of, as far as I'm concerned, on the blockade. So it's without the thing I have equipped, it has 230 in the stats, and that translates to 34,500. And that's with a little bump from my ascension points, which I'll get into in another video. But I'm pretty sure the base stats for that, or base hit points, is 30,000. But the ascension is altering that at the moment. So I'm going to put that back on there. And as you can see, if I equip it after the fact, after it's been placed, it doesn't have all that life, but it has a max of the same amount it would have. So you can still repair it, which is cheaper than upgrading. But anyway, the point is, you can switch between characters, place whatever towers you want from each one to give you the best possible DPS and defense in general in any given match. So I think I've covered everything I wanted to in this video. That'll do it for now. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, hit that like button, subscribe for more. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter at Kairu82 for the daily schedule. Check out my Twitch channel as well. That's where I do all my live streams, Kairu82. And thanks again. I'll see you in the next video.